Tonight, I'm going to go over some First Lite, the pant options they have from First Lite. I see a lot of people asking for comparison from the Obsidians to the Catalyst to this to that to this, so I thought I would do a quick run through video and show the difference in each pair of pants that I have and compare them to each other to show somebody that might be looking to get into a set of First Lite pants. First, these are the Obsidians. These are very thin. I mean, very thin. I would consider them like a piece of paper thin. I'll show you some close-ups. This pair I've had for a couple years, and I took them to Idaho this year on like a 10-11 day elk hunt, and they got tore up pretty good. You see lots of holes, but lots of holes in the legs, got some in the seats from glassing on rocks, and just honestly, they are not very durable. But what they lack in durability, they are the most comfortable pair of pants I have ever had and ever will have. I just love them. Even though plan on replacing them every year or after every trip. But here in Southeast Ohio, I bow hunt, go to the stand in these pants, but I will not break brush or shed hunt or anything with any briars because they will tear. These holes come from downfall, deadfall, just walking on treetops and a limb, which, to be fair, I don't think many pants would have took what happened with the tree, because you're walking on treetops and you fall down and there's this much of a branch broke off and they just poke holes in them. As far as the seats, they wore out from just setting on rocks, glassing, not using my butt pad, just too tired to care. But it completely just about ruined these. But like I said, if you're in a I found them to be comfortable because they breathe so well. The breathability of them is off the charts. They're light. If you want, I'm not going to go through the specs, but if you want to look them up, they're all there. The weights of everything. I just wish they was a little more durable, but if they was more durable, they probably wouldn't be as comfortable. These are the Corget Guide pants. Love these pants as well. They are a lot more durable than the Obsidians. They are like a 4-way stretch nylon. Still very comfortable. They got the DWR coating on them. I don't think, to me, they do not breathe as well, so they're a little warmer. And when we was in Idaho this year, other than the one night and one day, it was so hot. So that's why I rocked the Obsidians, and I knew they was going to get tore up, but I really didn't care. And I will be replacing them. I'm going to get another pair. So, but the Corget Guides, I like, but the only thing I don't like, I don't stand hunt in these in Ohio, just because they are just that. They got a little swish to them. They're not super noisy by no means, but they are not this. The Obsidians are so quiet. You can't make them make a noise. To where the guides walking, you know, you'll get the swish and bomb-proof, great pant. But to me, I am very particular with sounds. I hate hunting with anything that makes noise. That's a major turnoff to me. But I will wear these guide pants if I'm out checking cameras, or I have even layered them because they do a fair job with water with that DWR. So I would layer them under my Catalyst pants, and I've shed hunted a ton in these. I've ran the dogs a ton in these, and they are, I mean, you got some thread piling, but from what I've put these through, they are a great pant. But they are not as quiet as the Obsidians. The next pair I have are the Sawbucks. These are 4-way stretch, just like the guide pants, DWR treated, but they are double stitched with this fabric. Kind of almost reminds you of a chap. These have been my go-to every day in the woods pants. You want to talk about durable, they will take through any thickets, briars, brush. I personally just don't find them that comfortable. First Lite switched the waist. These are fitted waist, where the Obsidians and the guides are, you buy them medium, large, extra large, and they got this scrunchy to them. And the Sawbucks went to a fits waist, where you bought them in a 32, you know, so forth. And I don't find that waist very comfortable, especially in a hunt like we was in Idaho, where I lost a bunch of weight training before, lost a bunch more weight while I was hunting. I don't think that's I just don't like the fitted waist, because if I'd been wearing these Sawbucks out there, which would have been a great pant, but I don't like the waist. They're fitted, so you'd have to wear a belt. You'd have to wear the suspenders, because by the time I got done coming home with the Obsidians, they was falling off of me, even with the scrunch, let alone a fitted waist. But Sawbucks, very durable. They're basically the same as the guide, with just this panel on the front 2/3 of your leg down to the foot, and they have it wrapped around the back. DWR treated, very waterproof. I've probably wore this pant here more than anything, and it shows. They've still piled up around the waist, but that doesn't bother me. Now this pant is the Catalyst soft shell 2-layer pant. This is my go-to stand here in Ohio pant. I will wear the Obsidians early season, and I'll layer underneath them in with the furnace or any other base layer I have, and get by down to, 30s, 20s, depending on your base layer. But these soft shell pants, Catalyst, I can wear these with nothing under them to probably 45 to 50 degrees at the warmest. Anything above that, they would be probably too warm. But they're fleece lined, I consider a fleece lined 2-layer pant. 40s to 50s I would wear with no base layers, and then after that I put all my base layers under this, and I wear this pant to 15, 20 degrees, and then I'll switch to the bibs. But the main love for this pair of pants is super, super quiet. They are as quiet as the Obsidians. Absolutely no no noise from these. You can drag your bow and you can be sitting in your stand, drag your cam across the leg, your thigh. You can move your legs, zero noise out of Catalyst pants. I wouldn't wear these out west just because of how warm they are. Unless I was rifle hunting, you get into the later seasons, obviously I'd wear these. But for archery elk, what we do early season, September, these would be entirely way too warm for me. But I wear these pants hunting as much as probably anything. And then I wear the sawbucks out, shed hunting, doing anything. But if I'm going to a stand in Ohio, I'm either wearing the Obsidians or the Catalyst, and mainly just because of the noise. I do not have the Guide Lite pants, just because I had experience with them. Some of my buddies have bought a pair of them, and they went with this Guide Lite pants have the same fitted waist as these sawbucks, and they're just a thinner version of the Corget Guide pants with a fitted waist, and they too are pretty thin. I would classify them probably as thin as the Obsidians, and you will get holes in them if you are abusing them fairly easy. So if I'm going to not worry about blowing a pair of pants out, I'm just going to stick with the Obsidians. So I didn't get a pair of Guide Lights, mainly because I don't like the fitted waist, because I can fluctuate weight daily, waist size. It's just not for me. I hope First Lite doesn't do away with this waist. I've seen people like this waist for putting under like a pack, but I didn't see the problem. They're a little. I didn't see a problem with wearing a pack with these waist as the Obsidians and the Guides. I know a lot of people will say that the fitted waist, and it is thinner, it's got a thinner profile, is better for a pack. I personally didn't have a problem packing my pack for damn near 2 weeks with this waistband. And plus, with this thinner fitted waist from the sawbucks and the Guide Lights, I would have to wear a belt. So I have a First Lite belt, and it's pretty thin. It's actually a pretty good belt. But by the time I put a belt and this thin waistband, it's not going to be any thinner than just wearing the Guides. So if you have any questions, just leave a comment. While you're there, if you could like and subscribe. If this is something you want to see more of, if you have more questions, I've got all the base layers that First Lite offers, and a lot of jackets and shirts, and it's been kind of a disease of mine is buying First Lite gear. So if you have any more, if I see a need for any more comparisons, or if you want to see something compared directly to something else, just leave me a comment, and I'll get to it.